meeting of the Viewmont High FBLA is now called to order. Will the treasurer please give the treasurer's report?
Viewmont High FBLA balance on hand as of the last report on April 5th, 2024 at $2,398, receipts of $3,835, disbursements of $1,524, and the current balance as of May 9th, 2024 at $4,709.
Alright, are there any questions regarding the treasurer's report?
Ms. President?
Yes, Adrian.
We skipped over the secretary's minutes, and that's something we should go over.
Of course, that was out of order. Will the secretary please read the minutes from the previous meeting?
Viewmont High School FBLA chapter meeting, Tuesday, April 5th, 2024. 1. Call to order, Kira Arnold, chapter president. 2. Roll call, Estrella Hernandez, secretary. 3. Reading of the minutes, Estrella Hernandez, secretary. 4. Treasurer's report, Bridget Lowe, treasurer. 5. Other officer reports. 6. Advisor update, Chad Bowles, second, Chad, third advisor. 7. Committee reports, fundraising, Bridget Lowe. Competition prep, Adrian Fuentes. 8. Unfinished business. 9. New business. 10. Date of the next meeting, May 9th, 2024. 11. Adjournment.
Alright, are there any corrections or additions to the minutes? If not, they stand approved as read. Then let's proceed to unfinished business. Is there any unfinished business to come before the House?
Ms. President?
Adrian?
I move that the meeting adjourn at 3 p.m.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that this meeting adjourn at 3 p.m. This is not a debatable motion and requires a majority vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Alright, the affirmative has it and the motion is adopted. This meeting will adjourn at 3. Is there any other unfinished business?
Ms. President,
Bridget?
I move to reconsider the vote on the motion relating to having refreshments at our meetings. I vote on the prevailing side.
Alright, is there a second?
I second the motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that the motion relating to having refreshments at our meetings be taken from the table. Is there any discussion?
Ms. President,
Bridget?
I think it would be beneficial for our club to have refreshments at our meetings because it would help encourage other members to attend the meeting. It would also allow for us to be more motivated to complete business.
Ms. President?
Adrian?
I would like to agree with Bridget. As you can see, we don't have a lot of members right now with us, so if we do have refreshments, that would definitely be something to give our members more initiative to come to these meetings.
Okay. Is there any further discussion? If not, are we ready for the question? Alright, the question again is on the motion relating to having refreshments at our meetings. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Alright, the affirmative has it and the motion is adopted. We will have refreshments at our next meeting. Is there any other unfinished business? Alright, then let's move on to new business. Is there any new business to be brought before the House?
Ms. President,
Estrella?
I move that we hold a fundraiser for our club before a state competition to raise money.
Okay. Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Ms. President,
Yes, Bridget.
I move to substitute that motion with a car wash fundraiser instead.
Is there a second? Seeing as there is no second for that motion, we will proceed back to the original main motion. Is there any discussion?
Ms. President,
Yes, Estrella.
I think that holding a golf tournament as our fundraiser for our club would be a good idea to bring money towards our club, and we could even involve other clubs around the school and get them incorporated into the fundraiser as well.
Ms. President,
Bridget?
as the treasurer, I don't believe we have enough in our budget at this time to put on a golf tournament. We need to save up for our state competition because that is more important to us right now, and if we divide our funds, we won't have enough.
Ms. President?
Adrian?
I would like to agree with Bridget. I think that it would be good to have a fundraiser, but to have a golf tournament will just take too much time, and as Bridget said, it will divide our funding, and we just can't do that right now. We need to focus on our state competition.
Okay.
Ms. President,
Estrella?
I disagree. I think that if we start now, we'll still have enough time to organize our fundraiser without taking the time away from our members to prepare for the state competition. And we could even use those funds that we raise for our state competition as well as our national competition. And we could easily also have some sponsors so that we wouldn't need to take as much out of our budget to put together the fundraiser.
Okay.
Ms. President,
Bridget?
I move to amend the motion to hold the golf tournament after a state competition instead of before.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Alright, it's been moved and seconded that we amend the motions and hold the golf tournament after our state competition instead of before. Is there any discussion?
Ms. President,
Bridget?
I think if we do this golf tournament, that we should complete it after we are done preparing and competing in the state competition. That will allow us to have more time to prepare for the tournament, and we'll also be able to use the money raised for the national competition, which is much more expensive than the state competition.
Okay.
Ms.
President,
Adrian?
I would like to agree with Bridget. After the state competition, we'll definitely have a lot more time, so it definitely makes a lot more sense to have the golf tournament after a state competition, and then all the funds can only be focused on for our national competition. And also, it gives more free time to our members because they'll be done with a lot of AP testing, and they'll just have more free time in their schedule.
Okay. Is there any further discussion?
Ms. President,
Estrella?
I think that if we wait, we're not gonna have enough time to put together our fundraiser. Many students go home over the summer and we wouldn't have as much involvement as we would need in order to raise enough money. So I think that if we started now, it would be a better option. I do agree that it would be nicer to hold it later when the weather is better, but we need to start now in order to raise a good amount of money.
Okay.
Ms. President,
Bridget?
I disagree with Estrella. Most AP tests finish at least a month before the end of the school year, which means that we would still have enough time in our fundraiser to have our fundraiser before students leave for the summer, and there'll be more students at home as well.
Okay. Is there any further discussion?
Ms. Rhea, do you even have a golf course in mind for this golf tournament fundraiser?
Ms. President,
Bridget?
point of order, Adrian did not address the chair.
Yes, that was out of order. Adrian, remember to address me first before speaking to anyone else in the assembly.
Ms. President,
Adrian?
are you aware if Estrella does have a golf course in mind for this fundraiser?
Estrella?
The golf course that I have in mind is the Lakeside Golf Course in Bountiful. It is close to our high school, so it would be a convenient location for students in faculty to attend, as well as we've also had other previous fundraisers there, so they would already have the necessary information that they would need in order for us to have an efficient organization process.
Okay. If there's no more discussion, then let's vote on the amendment before proceeding back to the main motion. So remember, this amendment is on whether or not we should hold the golf tournament after our state competition rather than before. All those in favor say aye.
Ms. President,
Bridget?
I propose that we do a ballot vote instead of a voice vote
Would you like to do a ballot vote for the amendment right now or for the main motion later?
for the main motion later.
Awesome. So all those in favor, again, of the amendment, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. Okay, the affirmative has it and the motion is adopted. Is there any further discussion on the main motion? All right, in that case, should we bring that to a voice vote?
Ms. President,
Bridget,
I vote that we do a ballot vote instead of a voice vote.
is there a second?
I second the motion.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we have a ballot vote instead of a voice vote. Please mark your ballots clearly and then hand them to me. Alright. We have one yes, one no, and one abstaining, so we'll need to take another vote.
Ms. President,
Estrella,
I move to postpone the next vote because we're running out of time.
is there a second?
I second the motion.
Alright, it's been moved and seconded that we postpone this vote for our next regular meeting. Is there any discussion? If not, are we ready for the question? Alright, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Alright, the affirmative has it and the motion is adopted. We will postpone the vote relating to our golf tournament fundraiser to our next regular meeting. Is there any other business to be brought before the House?
Ms. President,
Estrella,
I move that the meeting adjourn.
is there a second?
I second the motion.
Alright, it's been moved and seconded that this meeting adjourn. This is not a debatable motion and requires a majority vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Alright, the affirmative has it and the motion is adopted. The meeting will be adjourned, and remember that at our next regular meeting, the motion relating to having a golf tournament fundraiser after our state competition will automatically come up under unfinished business. Meeting adjourned.